Once upon a time, there was a guy who played his guitar in Dublin, earning a living where he could and putting his broken heart inside his songs. One day, he met a young woman from Czech Republic who sold flowers nearby, and she told him she liked his songs, and when she learned that he repaired vacuum cleaners, she smiled and said hers was broken and asked if he could fix it. She returned the next day with her vacuum cleaner, and that was when she also told him that she played music. The guy went with her to the music shop where she was allowed to play the piano, and there he showed her one of his songs, and she played while he sang and played guitar, and the song became something else entirely, a perfect harmony. He then invited her to his father's repair shop and introduced them, and later showed her his room upstairs, and when he asked her to stay the night, she became upset and left, because even when two people feel close, they don't always feel safe at the same speed. They spoke again the next day and let it rest, and after that, they spent their time making music together, writing it and rehearsing it and recording it wherever they could. And she wrote words for one of his songs. The guy worked on a song about a woman he had loved for a long time, who had cheated on him and moved to London, and the girl encouraged him to try to win her back. And when he visited her home, he learned she had a small child and lived with her mother, which told him more about her life than she had said aloud. Later, he decided he would go to London. Before he left, he wanted to record his songs properly, and he asked her to help him, and she did. And somewhere in all of this, he learned that she had a husband living back in the Czech Republic. When he asked her if she still loved her husband, she answered him in Czech, saying, "It's you I love." But she didn't translate it, and he never found out how she felt about him. After, they brought other street musicians into the studio and recorded through the night, and during a break in the early morning, the girl wandered into an empty room with a piano and played something she had written herself. The guy found her there, and they talked about London and what might come next, and he asked if she would come with him. But she didn't give him a clear answer, because her life already belonged to more than one future, and instead they held each other for a moment, knowing it was real even if it was unfinished. When the session ended, they walked home together, and before they parted, she told him she had spoken to her husband and that he was coming to live with her in Dublin, and the guy asked her to spend his last night in the city with him, and she said yes, but she never came. The guy couldn't find her before his flight, so before going to the airport, he bought her a piano and arranged for it to be delivered to her home as the clearest way he knew to say what he felt and what he wished for her. When the girl returned home and found the piano waiting, she felt happy and overwhelmed and unsure all at once, because she understood what it meant, and she knew it carried feelings that hadn't been spoken out loud, but were there all the same. The guy called his ex in London, who was glad he was coming, and he left Dublin. In the meantime, the girl reunited with her husband, and later, in their home, she sat at the piano and played, knowing that someone had seen her clearly and cared enough to change her life a little. They didn't end up together, but that's not always a failure. Sometimes love isn't staying together, but meeting someone at the right moment and leaving them better, braver, and more themselves than they were before. Today's bedtime story was from the movie Once. I hope you enjoyed it. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you later. Good night.